Hello and thank you for watching my video. This video is something that's been a little bit irritating me for a while. I get a lot of people commenting it on videos that I do, and that is the way I play Guild Wars 2. Now, the way I play it, I assume a lot of other players in Guild Wars 2 have played this, and I wanted to make a video that really is showing a little bit of the advancement from becoming like a casual player, a small thing that really can elevate you to the next level, and that is Keybinds. So I have never played with Keybinds. I have always had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 0, and F1 to F5. I have decided to change that. As you can see, I've changed some of the Keybinds for certain skills, and the reason being, I have found it extremely difficult to reach the F5 button, and so I've decided to mix it up, and I thought I would also, while I'm at it, look at some of the Keybinds that you actually get in-game. And I never, the way I play, I have my right hand on my mouse, my left hand covers the WASD, and for Q and E for strafing, and then obviously 1 to 5, even 1 to 6 is achievable just by my left hand. My right hand obviously moves around the mouse, especially if you're doing grenades and you need to target. You have to, launch them like that. You have to place down. You can actually double click and, you can set it up so you can quickly throw grenades, but I find it generally used. I like pointing my mouse around. So that's the way I play. But look how many different keys you've got now, particularly for the engineer. You've got 10 skills, you've got 15 different skills. Now I only have 10 fingers, and if one hand's on the mouse, that really leaves me with 10 skills that's got to be fitted into a space on your keyboard, or 15 different skills that's got to be fitted around your left hand. So that's what I've done. If you actually look at your keyboard, you have Q is that doing that movement there. We have W, which moves me forward. E strafes me right. Run is the auto run. So that's my top line there. T is for targeting. Actually, no, it's not. It's tab is the nearest auto target. I haven't got T yet. I might bring in T as a different key. Maybe swap it for the healing skill. But then we have A. A is sort of move to your left. S moves you backwards. D sort of moves you to the right. I think I could probably swap A and D. I don't think I need to really. I don't ever use these, I don't think. F, again, that's the F function. You tend to go up and press F to a door. And then this is what we've got now. We've got Z is now my skill for the tonic. It's actually the elixir, sorry. X has got our bomb kit. C changes to grenades. And then V gets our supply drop. So that is keeping where my left hand is. It's more the way I play. It gives me access for my thumb, can really find this really, really easy. And this is the difference. You'll notice a lot of elite players, even a lot of the devs, actually have set keybinds. And I've never played it. And I've had a lot of people comment, and they take the fun out of people that click skills with their mouse. Now, for one, I can understand if you actually you click your skills like this, using that, because it takes a long time to move your mouse around, and you've got lots of things to do in the meantime. But obviously my left hand's concentrated on that side, and the right hand side, my utility skills tend not to be used that often. If you look at some of my ranger builds, they tend to be all signets. Same for LEs. I tend to run a lot of signets because I like the active effects. So for those of you who want to know how to change your keybinds, this is how you do it. You go into your options and you go down to control options. Now this is, you can restore to default. So what we're going to do, I'm going to restore all the actions to default. There we go. So you can see here what happens. It actually takes effect after you relog. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to log back in. I'm going to go back under my engineer. And I think it is beneficial to start playing around with how the keyboard should be set up. I wanted to keep the actual, God, it takes ages to load. I wanted to keep the keybinds the same, so now we can see here, this is how they are originally. and I wanted to show you guys that this is how anyone can play it. It doesn't require anyone with elite skills to come and play Guild Wars 2. It's a very open game. But let's try and push ourselves onto the next level. Let's try and make our reactions that little bit quicker. Means that we can go through dungeons, we can go through PvE, win PvE matches, PvP matches, and be generally a much better player. So you can see, these are the options we've got. You can change many different things, even like you've got the WSQE, turn left and right. I don't know if I really do. I mean, what I tend to do is I'll run I will hold sort of W and D down together to turn like this. That'll be me running. I just tend to run around in circles. But if you do W and Q, this use strafing, that's fine as well. So you can do that. And I think I might end up replacing A and D as keybinds. So let's go and have a look at the keybinds. I'm going to reset them to what I just had. So we go down to controls. So here we go. So what I didn't like, I like the fact we get this medipack drop. It's a really effective skill. Much more for me than Elixir C. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to change that over to F5, and I'm going to change that over to F2 because I think I'll be using that a lot more critical. It also means that when it's I can use the the regeneration mist if I can get it out of the healing turret, and then I've got the medipack drop. So it both heals together. So the utility skills. Making that Z, making that X. It's all in a nice row as well. The utility skill C, and the elite skill V. V is actually dodge. I will never ever really use that. I know I have to double tap. If you double tap S, basically that does it for you. So you can see here, these are all the different things. You've got call target, take target. So that's what T's for. That's actually to follow what everyone else is targeting. I don't have nearest enemy. I just have next enemy. But you can actually do that, change it to nearest enemy, and that would really, focus that. So you've got a few different other things you can look at. These are the way I've set it up. So you can see, I actually want to change something. I actually have the PvP panel as P. So when I press P, it brings up the PvP panel, because I don't ever bring up the party panel. Everything else is pretty standard. There's nothing else really. The AoE loot as well, that needs to be brought in, so interact. So you can AoE, that does it automatically if you actually have it all set up. So auto loot's already on. So there you go. AoE loot on whenever you press the interact key, so that's why you shouldn't bother changing that. But there, so you've got ranger combat toggle. So if you're a ranger, you can actually toggle on if you actually want them to be combat or guard. Pretty useful for dungeons if you're going in there with ranger. You've got Alien FX if you actually have that on there as well. But so we have changed. This is all the different skills you can take. But what we're going to be focusing on is obviously the weapons and what a big difference it can actually make. So you can see here I'm running around and suddenly I'll go C, so I can go to grenades, or I'll press X, which brings it into grenades, and then I can go around bombing. And I'm actually using one hand here. So this is me just using one hand. I'm detonating all these. Obviously I'm a pretty conditioned damage engine at the moment. And then let's say we want to use elixir. There we go, we've got our elixir going here. And we'll drop you can see the mouse is over there, so we'll press F2, and F2 actually drops our medipack. So there we go, these are all the medipacks around, and that's it. So just by doing some simple changes that I've been hesitant to do because I didn't really see the need for it, but now we're getting a lot more different skills coming into the game. For an engineer, it is extremely difficult to have all these different skills and to try and use them correctly on your keyboard. If, for example, you're a thief or a warrior, you have limited function skills. For example, Elementalist has 4 function skills, but say for example, Necromancer only has 1. Well, then Necromancer shouldn't be too hard, doing the same thing. But for a lot of these other classes that have got bringing in many different functions, this type of thing, adding keybinds is really going to be beneficial to you. So you can see here, my mouse is, I'm not going to touch my mouse, and I'm, you know, you can see a lot of the, that I'm actually activating these utility skills. And there we go again, so we've got the turret kit come down. So it's all very, very easy, and very, very simple. It should actually speed your gameplay up significantly, make you a better player. Again, it's just something that I've been really putting off and off and off, and I think it will make me a much better player. So please let me know your comments regarding this. I am interested to know, you know, what keybinds do you guys use? You know, this is someone who's never used keybinds in Guild Wars 1. You know, I've seen a lot of people use keybinds. I've seen many players use keybinds. What keybinds do you use? You know, how do you play? Again, everyone's different. Everyone's going to have their own way of playing Guild Wars 2. So some keybinds may work for some keybinds may work for others, and you've got to work it out which way you prefer, you know, the way your hand moves, what keybinds work best for you. So thank you very much for watching my video. Feel free to comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. I do put out, you know, little tweets, anything that's in the community, I'll retweet on there, so you can keep an eye on that. Please check out me on Reddit. I do post most of my videos on there, and that's where I get a lot of good comments and interaction as well, and debate on there. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.